welcome back to my channel. That was very high energy. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Maddie if you're new here, and I post book videos every week and travel vlogs slash lifestyle vlogs in Amsterdam because my husband Sam and I just moved to Amsterdam from the United States and we'll be here for 2 years. For this video, I decided to read 7 books in 7 days. And I was inspired to do this from Ian's booktube channel. I saw he posted this video a few weeks ago and I loved the idea and I wanted to challenge myself. So thank you to Ian. And so for this video, I'm not making myself finish 1 book a day, but by the end of 7 days, I want to have finished 7 books. However, I would like to finish a book a day or maybe 2 books a day for the first few days so that way I can get ahead, because we are going to the Olivia Rodrigo concert this weekend and I feel like that could mess up this video. So I'm gonna try to get ahead and hopefully we can accomplish this because this is really gonna help my Goodreads challenge goal as well. I will link my Goodreads, my booktok, my bookstagram all below, and if you're new here, subscribe and let's get into the video. This clip was actually filmed before the intro clip that you just watched, but I can't have y'all thinking I'm ugly right off the bat. Just wanted to do a little update for this video. And oh my god, what is this? Yes, I went to the Eras tour this weekend. I think that video will be out by the time this video is up. I wanted to start filming this video today because I already finished 1 book. And yes, I started reading that book before today. So am I cheating a little bit or am I just being smart? I think I'm just playing the game, okay? Don't hate the player, hate the game. I just finished To Sir Philip with Love, which is Eloise's story in the Bridgerton series, and honestly, I did not like it that much. For Eloise being a girl that is independent and speaks her mind and doesn't want to settle down with a man, she sure settles down with a man that does not compliment her well. Her husband flat out said to her face, I want someone that will be a good mother to my children, because he already had kids. And yes, this is a different era, so I'm sure that is what people said back then. But Eloise is not the type of person that would accept that. Like maybe Daphne, because Daphne always wanted to be a mother, but Eloise never expressed wanting to have kids or anything. So I thought that was weird that she just kind of let that happen. I just wanted there to be more. I think I like Eloise's character better in the TV series. Her show adaptation is gonna have to be very different from the book. Otherwise, people aren't going to like it. Okay, then I started the audiobook of The Wife Upstairs. I'm only 20 minutes into it and it's only 9 hours, so I feel like that's a good book to finish quickly for this video. I also started Listen for the Lie, which is another thriller just like The Wife Upstairs. Hey guys, a little reading update. I did read for 45 minutes this morning. I set a timer and I just read straight through uninterrupted. I put my phone down and I'm about 70% through with Listen for the Lie, and I did want to read the description for this book just so you guys know what it's about. It kind of reminds me of Lisa Joel's None of This Is True because there's a podcast element to it and you see interviews in the book. And I did not like the ending of that book by Lisa Joel, but I thought the story itself was interesting. The summary says, what if you thought you murdered your best friend? And if everyone else thought so too? And what if the truth doesn't matter? After Lucy is found wandering the streets covered in her best friend Savvy's blood, everyone thinks she is a murderer. Lucy and Savvy were the golden girls of their small Texas town. Lucy married a dream guy with a big ring and an even bigger new home. Savvy was the social butterfly loved by all. It's been years since that horrible night, and a night Lucy can't remember anything about, and she has since moved to LA and started a new life. But now the huge hit true crime podcast, Listen for the Lie, and its two good-looking hosts, Ben Owens, have decided to investigate Savvy's murder for the show's second season. Lucy is forced to return to the place she vowed never to set foot in again to solve her friend's murder, even if she is the one that did it. The truth is out there if we just listen. It is really good so far. It also reminds me of, I feel like this was kind of inspired by the Up and Vanished podcast by pham Lindsay. And it was the same sort of situation. This podcaster, this is a real story, was investigating this cold case, and he actually ended up solving a murder case while getting information for his podcast. So that's crazy. It's called Up and Vanished. I am going to go finish reading this book, and I'll let you know if I end up liking it or if it flops, just like None of This Was True by Lisa Joel. Bye. Okay guys, new recording spot unlocked. Now that I have picked up this room and unpacked everything, I can vlog in here. Reading updates. It's Wednesday. It's day 3 of this challenge, which means I have to finish a 3rd book today. I did end up finishing Listen for the Lie last night, and I really liked it. The ending didn't leave like a shiver down my spine like some thrillers have, but I enjoyed the whole book, and I thought the ending still got me a little bit. I definitely didn't see it coming. So overall, it was a good thriller. I think I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads, and the ending did not piss me off like it did in None of This Is True by Lisa Joel. The setup was kind of similar, but it ended up being a completely different story. And then I think I told you about the audiobook I've been listening to for a few days now. It's called The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, and this has amazing reviews on Goodreads. For me right now, it's reminding me too much of The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine and The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, which those 2 books are exactly the same. And so far the setup of this book is making it feel like that type of book as well, which isn't awful, but I've just read one too many stories that end up like that book. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know if it ends up being different, but right now it's just an ordinary thriller. And then last night I started Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I don't know what the series is called, but this is the 2nd book in this little cowboy romance series. The first one was Done and Dusted, which I loved. Done and Dusted was a quick read. I think I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it. It was short, but there was still depth to it. And so far, this book has the same vibes. I'm already 50% through with it, and I love the tension between the main characters, Wes and Ada. I think I'm gonna be able to finish this book today. I hope so. I really need to start getting ahead because this weekend is going to be hard to read. So I'll come back to you guys when I finish one of these books. I only have 2.5 hours left in the audiobook. I'm reading in this room on our little couch so I don't fall asleep in my bed because that's tempting. Hey guys, I'm back from F45 and I have some reading thoughts, updates, I don't know. I made myself a little avocado toast with hard-boiled egg. But on the way there, I rode the train. I was listening to The Wife Upstairs. I have 40 minutes left, and just as I suspected, it is very, very similar to The Housemaid and The Last Mrs. Parrish. In those books and in this book, when you're maybe 75% through with it, you see a new point of view, and you realize that not everything is as it seems, which, since it's a thriller, you're already kind of suspecting that not everything is as it seems. But this time, it's kind of reverse between the husband-wife situation, if you know what I'm talking about. I think. I don't know. It could still have a plot twist again. But I'll probably finish it tonight, so I'm gonna eat this, and I'll let you guys know what I think. Can you tell I am dead? Okay, I finished The Wife Upstairs, and I did not care for the ending. I had an ending made up in my head that I thought was going to happen, and that ending would have slayed. So maybe I should write a book. But the actual ending didn't do it for me. It was honestly kind of ominous, and I hate those endings. I want a play-by-play of what exactly happened, and I want it to send a shiver down my spine. That one did not do it. I would give it 2 stars, and I compared it to The Housemaid and The Last Mrs. Parrish, and I like those 2 books better than this one. But I mean, nonetheless, a good audiobook. The narrator's voices were good because she had to play multiple different characters. Okay, let's see if I can finish Swift and Saddled tonight. I'm kind of over it. I kind of don't want to read anymore. That's good considering this is day 3. Bye, see you guys tomorrow most likely. Look at this. Y'all, I've been bad. I've been focused on organizing my bookshelf all day, so I've only been able to listen to an audiobook. I haven't done any physical reading on my Kindle, but I do have some updates. So last night was that this morning? I can't keep up with what's going on. This morning, I had to wake up early because the movers were bringing our last items that we shipped over here. So I was up early and then they were late. So I ended up finishing not Done and Dusted. Oh my goodness. Are you okay, girl? Swift and Saddled. And I just wrote some notes down here. I was getting emotional at the end. And there is something that happens that involves characters from the first book. And I'd love to see that. I love all the characters in this series. Her writing is so good. There are a few cringe parts, but for the most part, I'm very impressed with how well she develops her characters and the story in such a short book. There's so much depth, but there's romance and banter and flirting and plot, really. I mean, as much plot as there can be for a cowboy romance book, you know? I literally teared up reading Lila's acknowledgements, that's the author, because she is out here living her dream. And she is so thankful, and she thanks her readers so much, and it just makes me want to write a book. I just want to write a book. I want to know that feeling. And then my last note I typed out is I cannot wait for Gus and Teddy's book. The whole book, I was like, give me more of Gus and Teddy. Like, their book better be next. And then at the end of this book, there was a passage from the next book, which is called Lost and Lassoed. And it is about Teddy and Gus. And so I'm excited about that. Gus is definitely the grumpiest brother, and I'm here for that. Okay, so that makes 4 books on day 4 because it's Thursday. And then after that, I started another audiobook while I was unpacking and walking to my workout and stuff like that. It is by the same author as The Wife Upstairs, Rachel Hawkins, and it is The Villa. This one is 9 hours, and I'm 3.5 hours into it. That is almost 50% somehow. Oh, the book's not 9 hours. It's like 8. Does that make sense? Yes, that makes sense. Good job, Maddie. And so far, I like the setting of this one because the 2 main characters are in a villa in Italy where a murder happened. It's spooky. I like the setting more, but I have to say I have not been paying attention as well because I've been distracted. So hopefully I can finish this tomorrow, and then I'll be 5 for 5. And then maybe I need to pick a shorter book to read. Go follow my TikTok and Bookstagram below if you haven't already, because I've been posting a lot of content on there today. But I think this is my final update for tonight. I'm on track. I'm on track. I want to be ahead, but I will settle for being on track. Good night, everybody. Bye. Hey guys, it's Friday. It's day 5 of this challenge, and I don't think I'm gonna finish a book today, but I think I will be back on track tomorrow because I am currently 70% through with The Villa, which is the audiobook I'm listening to, and I only have 2 hours left, so I feel like I can finish that. And then yesterday, our air shipment from the States got here, and it had all of my books that I shipped over here, and I was just looking at my bookshelf, and I was like, find the shortest book, and I picked up The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. This is my first Lynn Painter novel. She is a young adult romance author, and I'm loving it so far. I'm 100 pages into this, and I've probably only spent an hour and a half total reading this. It's a quick read, so I feel like I can get a lot of this done tonight. I don't know if I'll finish it, but I'll be back on track tomorrow for sure. And then Sunday, I will have to read an entire book. I'm not gonna get much reading done tomorrow because we are going to the Olivia Rodrigo concert tomorrow night. I knew this challenge was gonna be hard, and now it's catching up to me. But I'm gonna complete it, y'all. Don't you worry, I'm gonna complete it. I didn't think I was gonna like The Do-Over by Lynn Painter because it's the Groundhog Day situation where the main character wakes up and the same day keeps happening over and over again, and she has to figure out what she's doing wrong or what she needs to change in her life before she goes back to living in the present. So far, I don't mind it. I feel like something new is happening every day, even though she's living the same day over. So I'm kind of liking it. And I kind of like the male love interest. Well, I think he's gonna be the male love interest. Obviously, it's not her stupid boyfriend that she's dating right now. So this makes me really want to read Better Than the Movies because that is everybody's favorite Lynn Painter book. And if this is one of her less popular books, I can only imagine how good Better Than the Movies is because I'm really liking this so far. So I will check back in with you guys tomorrow on day 6, and hopefully I will be caught back up with 6 for 6 books. Good night. Hey guys. I haven't failed yet. I have not failed yet. It's day 7. It's Sunday. Last chance to finish 7 books in 7 days, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I don't know if I updated you guys at all yesterday. I think I just showed clips of me reading and drinking coffee, but last night was the Olivia Rodrigo concert. Got my little press-on nails on, so I didn't get much reading done. However, when I came home from the concert, it didn't go that late. I was picking up my mess and cleaning up my clothes and makeup while listening to the audiobook I was listening to at the time, The Villa, and I finished that last night. Don't have many great things to say about that book. I have to be honest, I didn't really give it a chance because I feel like I wasn't really paying attention in the beginning and I missed things. And so when I finished it last night, I went on a website with spoilers and stuff to just figure out what the heck even happened. And I still don't know what happened. So, you know, maybe it wasn't me. Maybe it was the book. And now I've read 2 books by that author and I'm just not a huge fan. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And then this morning, I read 100 pages of The Do-Over by Lynn Painter and I finished it, and this book is so cute. I would give this 4 stars. There was one part this morning I was laying next to Sam while reading it and I audibly said, "Aww," and he was like, "What?" But it was at a really cute moment that involved a birthday cake. If you know, you know, and I was so happy. I was smiling. This is a quick read too. You could definitely finish this in a few hours. So I'm glad my books got here in time so I could read this one. So after I finished The Do-Over, that was my 6th book. Part of me just wanted to kind of cheat a little bit and read a novella, or if you guys have heard of the Meet Cute series or something like that. It's a bunch of popular authors. They all have short, maybe like 50-page books on Kindle Unlimited. I think Abby Jimenez has one, Sally Thorne. I wanted to just do that, but I wanted to do this video big. I wanted to go hard. I didn't want to cheat, and I wanted to read one more full book. And I have right now out from the library If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan, who is the author of If He Had Been With Me, and this is the sequel to that book. And I figured, why not read it? It's a young adult book, so it'll be a quick read. And I think when I first started, it said around 5 hours, which is doable. Now that it's 5:30 and I still have 3.5 hours to go, it feels a little bit harder to accomplish, but I'm going to. And I also picked this book because I went to the Libby app and they also had the audiobook available. So I've been alternating between sitting down and reading it, and then when I've been needing to do stuff around the house, I've been listening to the audiobook version. And so far, I really like this book. I will say I do forget a lot of what happened in the first book, but it's slowly adding in reminders of what happened or flashbacks. So I appreciate that. I obviously know what happens at the end of the book, but I'm forgetting the in-between moments and stuff like that. The only thing that's throwing me off with the audiobook is it sounds like a 50-year-old man narrating it, and I just feel like you would have gotten someone that has more of a teenage voice. I don't know. So I don't love the audiobook, but I really do like the story. I like the writing. I've highlighted some cute moments already, so I will come back to you guys when I have finished it, because no more updates. It's time to read. It's time to sit down and get to business. See you guys when I officially finish this challenge. Okay, I'm a liar. I have not finished the book yet, but I didn't mention that this book is in a different point of view than the first one. In the first book, it's strictly Autumn's point of view. the whole time. Could be wrong, but you don't see Finn's point of view at all. And in this book, for part of it, you see Finn's point of view, and then I know it switches to someone else, someone that you don't expect, but I'm not sure who yet. But hearing Finn's point of view and knowing what's going to happen is destroying me. He literally says, "We have forever." I whisper into her hair, and I wonder if forever is too much for her. Autumn raises her face and grins at me. Okay, she says, "You're right." You guys don't have forever. I'm sorry. Okay. Hey everybody, it is Sunday, May 26th. This was the 7th day of this challenge. It's 11:01 p.m. and an hour before this challenge ended, I finished If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan, which is the 7th book for this video. So I completed this challenge successfully. I started and finished a book today for this challenge. I will go into my full review of the book tomorrow, but all I want to say is don't let other people's reviews of books sway you from reading that book, because I saw so many reviews about this book that it was mediocre or was a disappointment or you can skip it. But I loved this book. This might have been my favorite book that I read for this video. I will update you guys tomorrow on the 7 books I read and finished for this video. Good night. Okay guys, it's now a few weeks later, but I'm back. We did it. 7 books in 7 days. I feel like I am better than everybody, even though I probably just need to leave the house and get a social life. The 7 books I read were To Sir Philip with Love, which is part of the Bridgerton series, Listen for the Lie, The Wife Upstairs, Swift and Saddled, The Villa, The Do-Over, and If Only I Had Told Her. And I told you guys I would do a final review of If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan, which is the last book I read for this video, and the sequel to If He Had Been With Me. They are both young adult books. In my last clip, I said I think this is a 5-star read. And you know what? For that moment in time, it was a 5-star read. But after thinking about it and thinking about other books that I also rated 5 stars, this is probably not a true 5-star book. For example, like a book that I would rate 5 stars is a romance. It's a happy story. It's 2 characters that I want to see more of together. Like I need more extended epilogues and stuff like that. And right away, if you read the first book in this series, you know you're not gonna get those 2 characters together. So it's not like a happy book. It's not one you recommend to everybody, because it is emotional and it's heavy and it's sad. But sometimes you need that, you know, sometimes you want to cry and sometimes you want to connect to a book. And I definitely felt those emotions, and I was highlighting a lot of stuff that I related to in this book, and it was beautiful in its own way. But I probably wouldn't recommend this to people unless somebody says, I want a book that's gonna rip my heart out and make me cry. Sad books can be 5 stars, but I don't think this one is. I think it's more of a 4.5 situation, which is still good. I definitely recommend you finish the series. Just know it's gonna be sad, and maybe pick it up at a time when you're in your feels, and you'll love it. So If Only I Had Told Her, definitely a favorite from this video, and The Do-Over was my other favorite. And then out of the thrillers, Listen for the Lie. My least favorite book from this video was probably The Villa. What was that? And honestly, some of the audiobooks I was heavily multitasking while listening to, and so that's kind of my fault. I feel like if I sat down and read it and really tried to understand what was happening, I would have liked it more. But I was so far gone, I did not know what was happening at all in that book. So that's on me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was so fun. My reading goal, I crushed it. I am like 15 books ahead of schedule now, I think. If you guys liked this reading video, definitely subscribe, because I post a lot of book videos because I can't stop reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.